everybody. So I made it to Nancy's. Here I am. So we're going to do an episode on the obedience with the puppy, and that is Sassy. So we'll let Nancy take the camera, and I hope you enjoy it.
Okay, so why are we here today? We're here today because there are so many people that get dogs and don't know how to raise them. And as a result, we have a lot of problems with dogs biting, people are afraid of their dog, dogs don't behave, groomers can't groom them, vets can't examine them.
Okay.
So because of this, I realized how important it was to teach how to raise a puppy right from the beginning. So I go back a long way. And we have a very naughty dog in the background. You'll watch me talk to her, so maybe this will help you. Tegan, quiet. Good, quiet. Okay. So I started breeding I was back in the 70s. Tegan. And what would happen is, over the years, that people would come to me because they were having problems with their Westie. Their Westie was biting them, and I would have to fix it and teach them how to do it. And this has progressed to today, where still goes on. Not with Westies, because I teach people how to raise a Westie properly. Because people don't understand how to raise a dog, dogs are biting them to get what they want. They're not allowing the people to brush them. They can't take them to groomers because they don't know how to stay still, and they're biting them, and vets can't examine them, and there's so many different problems out there. And I've been working with these problems on an individual basis for many years. Westies can be very naughty little dogs, and people don't raise them right, and then they're biting kids and whatever, and I said, okay, they come to me, and I fix it, and I teach them how to handle it, and they become these very sweet, wonderful little dogs that they can be. And so I've been doing this for years. I train dogs. Quiet! Good, quiet. That's an example of how you correct and respond with the praise. So I'm going to continue now. That's my little puppy, and she's learning. So people have come to me because I teach them. They want their dog to learn how to track. Tracking is finding a dog smelling the ground where someone walked, and then they find the object that the person dropped on the track. So they bring this dog to me, but the dog hasn't learned to walk on a leash. I can't even get him to walk to the beginning of the track so I can teach him. So I have to first teach the dog how to walk on a leash. So this has been a problem ongoing for a long time, but it has really become a great problem. So why is it that it's important to teach a dog how to behave in society? We do the same thing with children. When we're raising a child, from the time it's a baby and it learns to crawl, and then it learns to walk, and it goes through the terrible twos, and then we get it ready for school. By that time, it's learned how to behave in society, hopefully. Because if they haven't, then they can't go to school, and they can't learn the reading, writing, and arithmetic because they're out of control. So we know that it's important. The difference between a child and a dog really is the amount of time that we have to raise them. So a child, it's 2 years when they are walking around and getting into the kind of trouble that a puppy I'm going to demonstrate has. And so, but we have to teach them. But with dogs, we have a limited amount of time, just a matter of weeks. I hear all the time that someone doesn't want to get a puppy because it's a lot of work. Yes, it is a lot of work, but you know what? It's only for a short period of time. It's only for weeks. Because by the time they're 6 months old, they should have the basis of behavior. That would be equal to a 4-year-old child. They know how to behave so they can go to the hairdresser or the barber and get their hair cut. They can go to the vet, to the doctor, and they know how to behave. And if they don't, then they're taught. The teaching continues after that point. But with a dog, it's the same thing. It's just that it's only a few weeks. And if you put the effort into those first few weeks, you get the puppy at 8 or 9 weeks or 10 weeks old, you only have until they're 6 months old. And if you do your job, then you'll have a much easier time for the next many years of their lives. It isn't that they don't continue learning. Of course they do. So, for instance, I hear all the time people say, my dog won't let me brush them, or my dog won't let me touch their eyes, or put drops in their eyes, or brush their teeth. Their dog won't let me. Well, that's, how can you take care of the dog then? You can't take care of the dog if the dog won't let you. When you take the dog to the vet, and the vet has to examine this joint. He needs to pull the leg like this. If the dog won't let him and he's fighting him, how's the vet going to evaluate the dog? The same with this joint here. This is a patella. Dogs have problems with that sometimes. They start limping and it's a patella problem. Okay? The vet can't do this. He can't check it to see if there is a problem in there. If you want to brush the dog, if it's a small dog, you should be able to put them on their back and you should be able to brush them. And if it pulls a little bit, they need to be able to accept that. When we brush our hair and we have tangle in the hair and it pulls a little, we don't like it, but we have to accept it. So the dog has to accept this. This dog doesn't like what I'm doing, but she accepts it. Oops, she just fought me, and I just don't allow that. So she is accepting that. Dogs came to us from wolves, and they came to us because we could feed them, we could take care of them. But we have to get them to understand, to listen to us, to respect us, and to allow us to do these things so that we can take care of these dogs. So, are we on? So this dog respects me. She depends on me for her existence, and she's happy to do that. And she loves me, and everything is great. So, but I can do anything I want with her. There was one person once that her dog would not let her touch her eyes or touch her face, and she was afraid of her because the dog would bite her if she did it. So I had to go there so that I could put ointment in the eye and treat an eye infection. She wasn't able to, because she wasn't able to do it, the skin got all sore in here, it was all excoriated because she wasn't able to take care of the dog. And this starts right from the time they're little puppies.
Go ahead.
Okay, so we know that all dogs have different personalities. Some are confident, some are fearful, some are aggressive, some worry a lot. But what do we want our dogs to be? We want them to be happy. We want them to be confident. We don't want them to be afraid of things. We want them to be stable. We want them to understand that everything that we do as humans to them is for their sake, for their safety, for their well-being. And when we establish that in our dogs, then we will get love and respect. They will love us anyway, but we will have the respect and the dogs will be confident. So I'm going to now get a little puppy, and I'm going to show you how to handle a puppy right from the time you get it. The puppy I'm bringing out now is, she's just under 8 weeks old. She'll be leaving to go to its new home shortly, and the people will be spending time learning how to handle this puppy. The reason I'm using this puppy is because she is extremely intelligent and is very determined to do whatever it is that she wants to do. But I am in the process of teaching her what she can do and what she can't do. And even though everything that I'm dealing with a very tough dog right now, the basis is still the same. The amount of force might be different according to the animal you're working with. Some dogs is just using your voice and using it correctly. It's always using your voice. That's a big part of it. But other times there is the stimulus that you need to have in order to get through to the dog. So let me go get the puppy. This is a West Highland White Terrier. I call her Puppy. I don't give my dogs names. I let the people do that. What are you looking at? Huh?
She knows she's
There's
on
something
TV.
over there? Yeah? Yeah. So when I got this dog a week ago, well, I have had her. My friend was actually raising her. And she would bark continuously and not stop. And she didn't care what you said. She would not stop. See, this dog doesn't like me because I beat her up every day. Huh. The kisses. And so I had to stop her from barking. And I know that people have dogs that are barking problems. And the basis of training it is you have to get it to stop the action. So hopefully everybody has watched the other program that I did that gave the basis of the voice and all that. So that would help you understand this, but I'll go over it again. Corrections and stationary commands are sharp. To be lower, but sharp. So if you're going to correct them, whether it's with a voice, which is no, stop, or you do a tap, it's sharp. It's not hard, it's sharp. So it's a stimulus that makes them stop that action. Remember, the dog and people, everyone, learns with praise. Praise is number one. But you can't praise them until they're doing it correctly. The other thing that I'm bringing up again is that dogs' brains work in milliseconds. So after you stop them from doing what you don't want them to do, you can't keep telling them to stop doing it. They've already stopped. Their brain stops right there. As soon as they stop doing the action, then the praise immediately comes in. Dogs' brains work in milliseconds. So if this dog was barking, which of course she isn't right now because she's being very good, then I would be going, stop, no bark, no bark, stop. And if I have to, I would grab her mouth and hold it and say no barking. I can't do it to her now because she's being very good. Hopefully she'll bark. I'll put her in the pen later and she'll bark. You can do things like take a bottle. Let me get the bottle. Hold on. This is with especially a young puppy. This banging this, that noise, this is a liter, 2-liter bottle of soda, that noise very often will stop them. You have to stop the action and you immediately have to go, good, no noise, yes, good. So that works, that can help. The big thing is to remember you are not going to fix a problem with one correction on a young dog. It's going to take lots of practice, patience and lots of perseverance, and you will succeed. This dog, now I tell her to quiet, and she quiets right down. So she's learned at this young age, and she's learned. I can, if she's in the crate, I can tell her quiet, and she will be quiet. But that takes a lot of effort and a lot of timing. If you persevere, you will win. Other tips for stopping the barking. Let's say it's at the bottle, holding the mouth, looking them right in the eye, and saying no bark, quiet, and keep. And if one thing doesn't work, try another, but don't give up. The bottom line here is that you have to win. If you don't win, you'll never get anywhere, but you have to keep going until you finally win, till the dog accepts what you're trying to teach it. So, biting, puppy biting is a big problem, and this puppy does lots of it, but of course she's not going to do it now, because she's going to be very good. I've been working with her for a week, so Joanne, let's try you, because she was being naughty with you. You take the puppy and see if you can see if
She was biting me.
Tegan, come with me.
That's the mommy.
This is the mommy.
She was biting me earlier. Yeah, hello. Yeah, oh, there you go. Okay, she's biting me. Okay. Out, 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 out. Yeah. Okay, so
Okay.
she's biting.
All right.
Okay.
Now, here's the deal. When she starts biting,
Mm-hmm.
then you keep your hand there,
Yeah.
and then you take your other hand and you go, stop,
Stop.
no bite.
No
Good,
bite.
no bite. Good,
Good, no
good.
bite. Good, no bite. Stop. Good, no bite. Stop. Good, no bite.
All right, let me grab her.
Okay.
Because the timing's not quite right here. Move over a little bit.
Okay.
Let's see. See if I can get her excited again. This happens when she gets excited. If she's biting you,
Okay, she's
leave it.
biting.
All right, I want to do it. I want to see if she'll do me. You go.
She wants mine.
Okay. If you pull your hand away, it
Ouch.
becomes a game. It becomes a game.
Okay.
So you got to keep your hand there and
Yeah.
say no bite, no bite. Good, no bite. Say, did you see that timing? So when she's biting and carrying on, you have to.
Oh, where you going? No bite. Good, no bite. Good, no bite. Yes. Good, no bite. Yes. Good girl. Yeah.
Okay, you can on the correction for the biting, you're gonna have to use your camera, move the camera around because I want to put the puppy on the floor.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna do my glasses.
I want her excited. Is what I want.
What do I do with my glasses? Oh, you are excited.
You're right here.
Oh, here they are. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I can't see a thing. Hi, puppy. Oh, she likes me because she knows I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, ready?
Let me put her out for a minute.
Okay. Time for potty training.
Let you go. Good girl.
There you go. That's how you potty train.
Okay, so I put her out. She's getting water. And when she does her business, I'll say, good do your business outside. Good girl, Sassy.
She is cute. She's thirsty. Here she goes. She's going to do her business.
Good girl, you do your business outside. Good girl. And a good girl.
Now, usually after they drink water when they're puppies, they go to the bathroom again, usually 15, 20 minutes later?
There's no timing. They're all different.
They are?
Yeah.
They usually tell you to put them out 15, 20 minutes after they go.
Sometimes they go, I put them out right away. I put them out. Puppy needs to go out many times a day. Many times. There's no schedule. The only schedule is first thing in the morning they go out. And after they eat, they go out. But the timing on that can be different. Okay, so let's just watch her. Let's see what kind of trouble she can get into. The other day she was chewing the carpet, and I had to teach her not to do that. So the idea is that you have to teach her what she can do and what she can't do. And right now, she can chew the bone. That's fine. So we watch her enough and see what kind of trouble she can get into. Like the other day, she was into all kinds of trouble. Let me move this table back to what it was.
Somebody didn't want her to get the bone.
Yeah. But see what she can chew on. What of the...
It's because we're videoing her.
It's all right.
Aww.
There we go. We want to get her going so she can teach.
Mommy's yelling
Westies
at
are
her.
very, very tough. And the mothers are very tough with their puppies. One of the most dangerous things for a puppy is, I know what I want to do. I'll put it. No bite. This puppy will chew furniture. Leave it. You filming? So you're gonna have to get up and walk around with her.
Okay. Oh, she's biting my foot. Yep, she's biting my clothes. All right, she's biting my clothes.
Move your leg out of the way. No.
Okay.
See, that little whack is a stimulus that they need to understand that is not, she can't do that. One thing this puppy loves to do, and that's to chew electric wires.
Oof.
And so many dogs have been electrocuted because they chew wires. Now she's been taught.
Oh, yeah.
No. Good girl. Good puppy. So you heard the sharp tone that I used to correct her and say, no, you can't do that. This is very incurable. No, leave that. Leave that. Leave it. She wants to chew my shoes. No. Good. No. Good girl. No. Leave it. Leave it. No. You need to do that stimulus. It's just a tap. And you need that because I have to have a stimulus that lets them know that that is exactly what will put her down in the fit. No, leave that. She's going to actually go for my toes now. This is why we're using this puppy. And now, all right, so she distracted herself. And that's a good thing, is to get a bone or a toy or something that they would rather chew on. Most dogs are not as bad as this one, which is good because most people would not be able to handle this.